Hey, what's going on, Pixel? How you doing? We are doing pretty good on my side. I'm just trying to figure out which dragons I want to start with. I think we're gonna go through and we're gonna beat up like Nagathan, Box, probably some of the Kunark dragons as well. I figured, why not? Yeah, I hope your morning is going well as well. Made it into the Emerald Guild yesterday. Awesome. Yeah, I know that they're pretty much always recruiting. They're always letting people kind of join in, get some help if you need it. They're a very, very social guild, so they should really be able to help you out. They were really awesome when I came back to EverQuest. Need about 10,000 more AAs. That is very real. So I think we're going to start with Lady Vox first. Already got random barbarians attacking me over here. Wish I was making the trek with you. Too busy playing. Hey, it's cool. Like I said, this is supposed to just be a pretty chill stream today. I don't know how long we're going to stream, but we're at least, like I said, we're going to knock out some of the dragons. If we get to the point to where there's not really much else that we can kill on this character, we'll probably end up going over to our rogue. We've got some Luckland stuff and some other gods that we can go through and kill on our rogue. So we're at least going to start with this. I got my ShadowKnight up to 65. I got him very thoroughly decked out. And I figured it would be the perfect time to take on some of these old school gods, or old school dragons, I should say. Box, Nagathan, Severalis, Trakanon. It's a little bit more entertaining, in my opinion, to base them on lower level characters than it is to just outright slap them around on my 120 rogue. So we'll probably do this on my ShadowKnight for a little bit, and like I said, we'll switch over to rogue at some point, because I still want to kill Lord Inquisitor Saru, I want to kill Emperor Sra. This way, we've got some pretty good content kind of laid out for us today. Oh, hello. The new ranger I have following the hero's journey, not even bothering gearing him till later. Yeah, there's not much of a point, honestly. Like, are you starting at level 1? You moved your 120 warrior to Fear and a V. Welcome to the fun. Yeah, if you're starting your ranger from level 1, the Defiant gear that you're going to get from like 1 to 80, that will more than carry you over to endgame. Level 9, nice. Yeah. Just make sure that you're like constantly looting your Defiant gear, because those stats are going to be, you know, for the most part, above and beyond anything you're going to see otherwise. You're going to find some items that are twink items that are better than the Defiant gear, because they've got like higher hit points at first. But the Defiant gear, I will always encourage people to use at first, because of the heroic stats and the other perks on items. You're going to have tons of other stats like attack, you know, hit point regeneration, mana regeneration. You're going to see lots of that stuff on the Defiant gear. And that's really going to increase these other stats over here. They're going to be really helpful. All the strike through, the healing, spell damage, clairvoyance. That's going to help you more than anything. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know how much, like, how well to expect this is gonna go. Because I've done this on, like, a monk before, but not a Shadow Knight. When it comes to raid tank, I've heard so many different stories. Do you want to work agility, dexterity, strength? I'm not super familiar with high-end tanking. From my understanding, let me see here. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with tanks. From my understanding from tank, I think you would want heroic stamina and heroic agility, just for the avoidance that you get. Dexterity, I'm sure you'll get plenty of heroic dexterity, but I don't think it's your priority like it would be for a DPS. So yeah, I don't expect this to be too difficult, but I'm sure there is going to be a little bit of issue once we get to Trakanon. Come on, attack. Yep, these guys do complete heal. At least we'll have some fun clearing our way to this dragon, at least. Jerks killed my pet. And you always got to remember there's trap holes here. Unless you're like me and you're a potato and you don't remember these things. Ooh, we got a named. It's light blue as well. Oh. That's a real thing. So I'm going to save Harm Touch and Leech Touch. At least for now. Guess that's a quest mob. Didn't really seem to do as much good. Alright, so... Ooh, who are you? The Eye Switch? Ooh, we got another named up. Alright, I guess we're just gonna kill everything here. Alright, come on, lady. Am I the only one in the zone? Yeah. It's because I grabbed an instance of the zone. With Agents of Change, you can grab instances of your own zones in these old school zones. So I'm guessing since I grabbed my own instance, I also got lucky with some of these rare spawns. Because normally these guys are really, really spawn camped, which is funny because they really don't drop anything of use anymore, but they're pretty religiously spawn camped. Come on. Let me up. There we go. Wait. Okay, or you can just teleport away, that's fine too. Okay, I think we gotta go up this way. This place is such a maze. ShadowKnight's got to be one of my favorite classes to play, just because the sheer like versatility of it, with life taps and damage over times, and even having a pet in general, really seems like, oh god, again, really seems like there's a lot of stuff that you can do. Oh shit, okay, we're going for it. I did not expect to be going straight for it like this, but this works too. My pet's gonna bite the dust for sure. Bye-bye, pet. And the problem is that Lady Vox heals. So we really might not have a chance at this. I hit her with Harm Touch. I'm glad I saved that. So we Harm Touched her for 15,000 damage. That was a whole 50% of her health. Nice. Come on, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Don't let it heal again. And of course. I gotta save my direct damage spell just to try to kill it once it gets low next time. Come on, come on. There we go. kill the other priest. So yeah, good to know that you can hit Lady Vox with a harm touch that does 50% of her health. Alright, let's see. What did we get? Okay, we got a piercing weapon, a couple of these horns for bards, and a rune bolster belt. Nice. We're going to take that rune bolster belt for sure. No Cloak of Flames still. Maybe Nagathan will drop one for us. Let's get all of us out of here. So not bad. I expected that to be a little bit more difficult, but Nagathan should be quite a bit easier than that. So this Stein will teleport you to the bar that's right over here in Plane of Knowledge. That's going to be pretty beneficial. Let's see. Alright, so I think it is time for... Let's go kill Nagathan. Alright, let's shrink up so we don't get stuck in these hallways. Ooh, I wonder if Afridi is up here as well. I'm sure Afridi is up. We might go kill him too. These guys still drop pretty good platinum, too. Oh, that's a shame. King Trenix didn't spawn. These guys don't seem to take too much either. I'm just hoping that Nagathan doesn't aggro us through one of the walls. Alright. Few more giants. And then a room full of giants. Fingers are crossed for a Cloak of Flames, though. It's been a while since I've seen one of those drop. Time to pull the whole room. Oh, and a named. Uh-oh. Well, at least none of them are healers, so... Let's take down some of the ads and then take down the named. We're pretty much entirely able to keep ourselves up with our life taps against these guys. Nagathan's going to be the kind of test there. Why not just pull all the giants at once? I mean, I probably could. I was feeling pretty cautious at first because I didn't know if these guys were going to hit hard enough to actually make a difference. But it seems like in general with my AC here, it seems like they're not really able to do anything. And even if they are doing some damage to me... Ooh, there he is. Even if they are doing a little bit of damage to me, my life taps seem to be regenerating that back. See if I can pull these giants first without Nagathan. Oh. Okay, well, we're just going for it. Oh, and Matt. Oh, we got this other one over here, too. Let's burn these guys down. Yeah, these guys aren't even really doing much to my pet either. Nagathan's hitting me for a little over 100. And there goes a whole bunch of my buffs. In classic dragon fashion. Oh, I did not. Okay. Almost put Harm Shield on for no reason. Alright. Oh, my pet's feared. Free haste our pet. Man, I hate the Dispel. Yeah, he's dispelling everything. Well, thankfully we still have pretty decent stats without that stuff. Well, I thought I was going to have to use Leech Touch for this, but I think we're going to get to save that for Trakanon here in a little bit. Or maybe Goronair, one of the two. No, come back. Cloak of Flames, please. Nice. Cool. That's what I wanted from this, more than anything, so I am happy with that. Blade Stopper. Some other stuff that can drop from the Kazakh Thule bosses. Gold-plated Koshi Katana. Wow. Cool. I mean, a lot of this stuff, it's not really going to do me any good, but that Cloak of Flames, I'm happy for. Blade Stopper is kind of cool for the clicky, so we'll take that anyways. Okay. I'm happy with that. And then I get to go through the wonderful part of rebuffing. What's max level on Fear Envy? It is level 120. At least until the expansion drops in this December. This December, it will raise it to 125. Every 2 years, they drop an expansion that raises the level cap by 5 levels. Okay, so that was... we got Vox, we got Nagathan. I think next up we're gonna go fight. We're gonna go kill some Kunark dragons. So we've got Severalus, Goronair, and Trakanon. Trakanon's probably going to be the most difficult out of all of them. Also because he banishes, and that's not really a good time. But could be worse. Let's see here. What all buffs did we lose from that? I think he got rid of a lot of my clicky buffs too. What does Banish do? Banish, he will banish you to a specific area of the zone. He'll literally just slap you basically to the other end of the zone. Will he not just resummon you? Surprisingly not. The last time that I did this on my monk, my 65 monk, whenever he banished me, he literally just basically kicked me to the other end of the zone, and I had to run back to him. It's kind of a double whammy, because he'll banish you and drop you on top of a whole bunch of the spore enemies. If you remember the mushroom enemies that are there, he'll drop you on top of a lot of those guys. I think that's all of our buffs. I can't remember. No, we had personal buffs too. Yeah, it's not the same as a lot of other banishments, like such as Ralos Zek and the Plane of Tactics. If you attack him and you're not within melee range, he will randomly banish a person to an entirely different zone. One time on my rogue, I aggroed Ralos Zek from across the zone, and he banished me to Kedge Keep. I was like right next to Finical Atropos. It's kind of surprising. But he will literally, he'll banish you to a whole different zone. But Trakanon, he'll just slap you to the other end of the zone. Alright, let's put our regular buffs back on. Okay, so we're going to go over here. I'm pretty confident that these dragons really aren't going to be that big of a deal. The only problem ever really is fear. They will sometimes fear you into either other enemies or just fear you like across the zone. But I think we're pretty good on our stats, so I don't think that's really going to be a problem. Gorinair, however, whenever we fight Gorinair, she will both fear and slow you. And that slow is brutal. If it hits me, it's really, really brutal. You're welcome. Oh, Riker. Thank you with the Prime sub. Thank you. That is very kind of you. I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. I wish I streamed more, but it's nice to have such a welcoming community of people when I do stream. Gotta grab our own little instance right here, because otherwise there's no way we're ever going to catch this dragon up. So I'm going to kind of try to go in order for these dragons, at least as far as difficulty is concerned, because Trakanon is level 65. So he's going to be a white con to me. And he hits drastically harder than these other dragons. So Severus is probably the easiest of them. We're probably going to be able to find what's his name in Skyfire Mountains. We're probably going to find him pretty easy as far as the fight. Finding him is kind of annoying, but he's typically not too difficult. And then Goronair, however, she's going to be a problem. Because all of these dragons also debuff, so a lot of the overpowered buffs I'm going in with to start, it's going to be very temporary. Let's shrink up here. I really wish they debuff in order of your buffs like they used to. In a lot of the fights, it used to start with like your first buff and then your second buff and your third buff and so on. The way that you could prevent from losing your buffs was constantly having an instant clicky, like in this case, Amulet of Necropotence that changes you to a skeleton. You used to be able to just activate that once you lost your first buff, and you could just keep putting that in your primary buff field, so every time you got debuff, you only lost the illusion, and not everything else. So you could kind of circumvent the dispel that a lot of these dragons did, but now they'll just debuff in any which order. The only thing that they can't dispel are buffs that you buy from the marketplace, and I don't really have any of those buffs anyways, so... Will I be doing Anguish soon? As a matter of fact, after I kill these dragons, I was planning on going over to my rogue and at least doing some of those fights. So yeah, I could probably hit like Rift Seekers, I could hit Anguish. I want to hit Tac V as well, because I can get some level 65 gear for my ShadowKnight too. So to answer your question, yeah, we'll probably be hitting Tac V and Anguish and probably Rift Seeker Sanctum also at some point today. Where? Oh, there it is. And the cool part is, this guy is not, he's not KOS to me right now. So I can just walk right up to him without needing invisibility or anything like that. And this guy is a shaman, or shaman, whatever you want to pronounce it as. What's up, buddy? You can't see it because I've got chat blocked off, but he is a blue con to me, and he is apprehensive. So he's level 60. Of course, once we actually start fighting him, that's obviously going to change, and we'll lose pretty much all faction that we have with these dragons. But I do think it's always pretty cool that a lot of these dragons are, they're not KOS, they're not kill on sight at first. This guy's a light blue con. Oh, it's a rare level 50 creature, that's why. But I always thought it was so cool that these dragons they're friendly at first. Here, I think I can even hail. So he doesn't respond to my hails at all. But he is blue and he's apprehensive. So like I said, he has like a cool text once you attack him. He's like, oh no, please don't kill me. I'm like a poor innocent dragon. And it's always so funny. And then he's like, haha, just kidding, I'm gonna eat you. Alright, so we're gonna give this a try. Me and my pet are just right here, so let's go ahead. Let's summon our pet right next to us, and we're gonna start off with trying to snare him. Of course, he resisted it. Oh, this guy's gonna drop so fast. If he doesn't get a fear off on us, then this won't be a problem. But the problem is, he's got Spirit of Wolf, he's got his Shaman buffs, and his haste as well. Yeah, there's literally no reason for me to be worried about this guy. With our AC, he's just not hitting me for high enough for this to be a problem. We're regenerating anything back before he's able to damage us properly. And this guy resists everything. And of course, whenever he runs, the dude just like sprints away because he's got Spirit of Wolf on. And you can't snare him at all. Run, Forest, run. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, so that was really not so bad. What did he drop? We got some Dragon Hero bracers. Got 2 of them. The green dragon scales, the bard drum for silos, and a whole bunch of spells. Nice. Okay, so... Oh, and the shield was from the other guy, which doesn't do us any good, but... So, for them to be Kunark dragons, I mean, they definitely could drop better loot, in my opinion, because this stuff really isn't any better than what you would see from, like, Lord Nagafin or Lady Vox. And the Cloak of Flames is leaps and bounds better that we got earlier, so... Okay, so that was our first Kunark dragon. I'm not going to go straight to Trakanon just yet, because like I said, he's going to be the hardest of the bunch, and I'll save him for last. So let's just start. Let's summon our unholy steed here. Okay, so surprisingly easy, at least as far as a dragon is concerned, in my opinion. Severalus is probably the easiest of them. Goranair, like I said, is probably going to be pretty rough. And what is that dragon's name that spawns in Skyfire? I never remember his name. Wow, what is his name? Talendor, there you go, thank you. Yeah, Talendor, I don't think he's going to be too bad. Talendor's probably pretty easy. There's no reason for us to try to spawn Zordak Ragefire because he's not really going to drop anything for us that's worthwhile. So... So we got Talendor, Goranair, Fadedar. I'm not gonna run all the way out to middle of nowhere for Fadedar. There's no way. The Ocean of Tears is just that's way too long of a run. Do I want to go to Dreadlands? I think... Let me check to see how do we even activate our own instance of Dreadlands. I don't know where that Agent of Change is. Let's see. And he didn't really dispel me with anything, so... That is easy enough. Let's go to... Alright, let's see how we can activate a Agent of Change. Oh, I just realized we can also fight Veneral Saphir. I forgot about him too. I don't know if we can activate an Agent of Change for Dreadlands. Oh, we can. Never mind. We just have to go to Furion of V. Okay, so we're just gonna run there. Here we go. Okay, so it's supposed to be over here towards Dreadlands, so we're just gonna make our way there. Of course, we gotta shrink up because Mr. Ogre Flaps here is pretty freaking thick. I love ogres for the frontal stun immunity, but god, these dudes are just not attractive. But I still think they look better in the old version as opposed to the new version. So our Agent of Change should be over here somewhere. Here we go. Okay, so this is going to get us Gorinair. Like I said, I have a feeling Gorinair is going to be probably the hardest of the bunch aside from Trakanon. But after we kill Gorinair, we might as well stop and kill Veneral Saphir as well, so... He has a pretty hefty life tap that might make this kind of difficult. Yeah. Let's shrink up Thickamus Maximus here. Alright. Let's go find our dragon. And for anybody wondering, yes, it's a ShadowKnight ability. It gives you an unholy steed. And yes, it does not work with the old school graphics. So it does look ridiculous, but that movement speed is just too hard to pass up. It's pretty much as fast as you can go in this game without Bard speed. And Gorinair normally sticks pretty close to the tunnels over here, so... I have a feeling it's going to run and attack me before I even get to see it, because their aggro range is just ridiculous. We'll know if we get randomly slowed or feared and just get sent off in a random direction. Who needs track when the dragons are just pissed off at you? Oh, okay, that's a giant. I'm really excited to get into some P99 as well. I finally got everything worked out. I got everything installed. So at this point now, I just need to make a character on P99, and it is gamer time. Let's turn our foot plane up here. Here we go. Oh, there's our dragon. Oh, she's already attacking. Okay. Here goes nothing. And the good rule of thumb is you want to turn run. You want to turn run off, because if you do get feared and you've got run on, you're just going to be running off super quick. But if you've got walk on, whenever you get feared, it's not so bad. Alright guys, we got harm touch up. Let's watch how much damage this does. About 7,000 damage. There was literally no reason for me to be afraid of this, I guess. The reason I was kind of worried is me and a group of like two other groups of people, I should say. So we had roughly 12 people. We tried Goranair on the Mischief server about 8 months ago. We were all level 65, I think, because Gates of Discord was out. Yeah, we were all level 65. We were all twinked out because it was on the Mischief server. And Goranair just completely kicked our asses. Because she slowed us all, and we just couldn't do enough damage to kill her. So she just wedged us down one at a time until our healers were out of mana and killed us. So I was really worried this was going to be a tough fight. But, I mean, I guess having 500 resist, I'm resisting everything that she's throwing at me, so it really wasn't that bad. Nice. Okay, so got some good faction. We got the Hierophant's... Ooh. Another Rune Bolster Belt, and it's not lore, so we can grab that. Asphyxiate, Mallow, Mana Storm, Spiritual Strength. Okay, so we actually got some pretty cool stuff. The Rune Bolster Belt, like I said, it's nice because I can just throw that on any twink whatsoever without having to spend extra money. And the Hierophant's Crook is good if we're starting a Druid. And it looks cool. It's one of like the classic EverQuest graphics. So that was surprisingly easy. We're probably going to get kicked out of the zone before we have a chance to zone into Karnor's castle, because I was an idiot and just left my instance. A good, easy way to get teleported out of any Agent of Change zone that you're in is if you leave the instance, it's going to kick you out within like 60 seconds. So... Okay, so I guess we can do Mineral Saphir next, and then we can go to Skyfire Mountains. We can do Talendor next. It's going to teleport us out here in just a couple seconds. I can feel it. Yep. These Kunark bosses, I pretty much just never get tired of beating out. Mineral Saphir, all of these dragons, I pretty much never get tired of beating out because they were such a thorn in my guild's side way back in the day. Alright, here is this Agent of Change for Venerable Sathir. And the only reason Venerable Sathir is probably going to be a little bit more difficult than this dragon is he has lots of enemies around him. So, and a lot of this stuff is still going to be either yellow or light blue con, which means they can still do at least some damage to me. My damage shield is going to be what's doing most of my work for me. Oh, let's shrink up here. Do I want to kill all the... Okay, these are gray cons. Never mind. We're gonna kill this stuff quick. I was thinking I could always just run through. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna do that. Let's just run through. This way our damage shield can do most of the work for us. Oh, we got a lieutenant here. See, it's stuff like this that I see that they added in at later times that just kind of disappoints me. Because this Axe of Destruction, I don't think this was ever a classic EverQuest item. I might be wrong though, but that is definitely not a classic EverQuest item. Alright, there's not too much more between us and Venerable Sathir. And once we're in there, I am just going to try to kill him. I'm just going to go straight for him. I don't think there's going to be much of a point in trying to kill his ads and stuff. There he is. Oh, he's level 55, so this is gonna be easier than what's his face? The only problem with him is he's got a life tap, so it might keep him alive for a little bit. Look at that, easy peasy. Alright, what did we get for him? Ooh. So the Paladin, Greaves, Wizard Staff. And another Wizard Staff. Of course, the blackened Ixar Bones. You know, that's pretty good actually. I'll take that. These old school Kunark clickies used to be... Oh, that's a no-trade item. Wow, that's one of the few no-trade items that you're ever going to see on the server. Pretty much everything is always tradable, but for some reason this gnarled staff, oh my god. Gnarled staff is no drop. Interesting. So no, we're not going to loot that because it's going to be a waste. That's only like the third or fourth no drop item I've seen on this server in 3 years. Alright, so that was Mineral Sathir. We hit Nagafen, Vox, Goranair, Severus, Mineral Sathir. Next up, once we're teleported out, we're just going to get teleported out and we're going to run to Skyfire Mountains. Actually, I guess it's quicker if we go from Plane of Knowledge to over there to grab the instance for Skyfire Mountains. And then we can beat up Talendor. Alright, so over there. I was going to try to do the golems again, but I still have the lockout from killing Dread, Fright, and Terror. Oh, that's a wrong click. Wrong zone. Over there. Here we go. Could always fight a Cliff Golem, but I'd lose a lot of important faction with these guys, I think. They're like a classic Kunark enemy that I used to love beating up back in the day. Like a good way to show strength, I guess you could say, is being able to take down a Cliff Golem by yourself. Yeah, not bad for a character with about 900 AAs. Some of these bosses are quite a bit easier than I expected they would be. I guess it's just because of the regeneration and my AC that I have. You could always try some two-handed stuff. Some cool two-handed items, but I think we're just better off with Sword and Shield. Alright. Get our instance. We could try some of the Vishan's Peak dragons as well, but the only problem with that is I don't have anybody here to pick lock like I can normally do with my rogue, because all those dragons are locked behind locked doors. So even if I got my own instance of Vishan's Peak, without being able to lockpick those doors, I would get in there and literally be able to fight like one dragon and be done. And those dragons, I think, are all 65 or 66, so they'd be drastically more difficult than these overworld dragons. Could be a fun challenge. That might be something I'll have to try soon. Okay. First time entering the zone on this character. Let's go find Talendor. I guess it says that he can spawn over here, but from my understanding, he can pretty much just wander all around the zone. So we'll just have to hope that we come across him. And an ancient worm. Yeah, some of these enemies are still going to be light blue or green. So we might end up pulling a choo-choo train with us. This is where it would be helpful to have track of some kind. But it's okay, we'll find him the old-fashioned way. When we're running through and he just randomly attacks us. Hit that animation with some Kepreds having a seizure. My good sir, I'll have you know these graphics were peak animation back in 1999. You just don't know video games, man. Just a casual for the lose. Yep. Yep. I think he can spawn sometimes around this area, but who knows? Come on, Mr. Dragon. But yeah, it is funny even seeing these old school animations next to some of the new stuff that they've introduced in EverQuest since then. Because all the animations have like the same base of how they kind of work, but some of them look so much better than others. And these old school graphics have not aged well. I promise we're going to find Talendor at some point. He's just going to appear from nowhere at any point. When did I start streaming today? Just about an hour and a half ago. After I had my doctor's appointment, I just decided to stream about an hour and a half ago. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you wanted to get some Darktide in or something here in a little bit, I would be down. Get us some Shooty McPew Pew. Bruh. Where is this dragon? I just gotta fix the Peloton and do some house chores. That's not bad. You said you got the instructions on how to fix it finally? Even though they promised to send it to you the first time and you didn't receive it? Oh, that's right. You had to buy a special tool. That's right. That's right. Now you get to be Mr. Fix-It. There are so many enemies over here, but not a single one of them is the one that we need. I'm good with gaming whenever... Nice, okay. Sometime gym today, maybe? Yeah. Sounds good to me. Mr. Dragon? Somebody? Bruh. There he is. Finally. Attacking us from the middle of nowhere. I had to allow that message. Sperm monster? Yeah, dude. That's exactly what they look like. Yep. And what's even funnier is even after all these years, they've updated a graphic, like a graphic version of that in the later expansions. And it's just like a reskinned animation of it, and it still looks like a giant sperm monster. Boom. Dragon dead. Man, we got it's our third and fourth runed bolster belt today. Alright, man, have a good one. I'll hit you up in here in just a little bit for some Dark Tide. Well, if anybody needs an RBB, we got plenty of them. We got 4 of them today alone. Alright, and next up, we're going to go beat up Trakanon. Since we've hit all the other dragons and the necessary bosses, I would say, for the area, we can go kill Trakanon. Like I said, he is probably going to be the only real troublesome one. Just because of the banishment that he does and the ads that are around him. But so far, everything else has been pretty simple. Let's get our buffs back on here. And now we're going to get teleported over to Emerald Jungle. Alright, now we just gotta make it through this slog of a run, Trakanon's teeth. Oh man, the grind time that I spent in Trakanon's teeth for the Ixar hide mask. I remember one day specifically, I was on my druid because I was using track to try to find the froglock ring that you can spawn. You just have to kill as many of those froglocks, the placeholders, as possible to get the boss to spawn that drops the Ixar hide mask. And I remember at one point I was trying to record it because I was like, oh, this would be a really cool video idea. I'll just, you know, record myself doing it. And then 4.5 hours in, I had still not seen the enemy spawn. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm just going to do this all off recording. And I did it for like another 5 hours straight of just constantly killing these froglock placeholders to get the name to spawn for the Ixar hide mask. And I remember I was there from like 8 a.m. until like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. in a single day, just killing relentlessly. Like I said, I was on my level 120 druid, so I was literally just sprinting from spot to spot, tracking and killing all these bosses, these placeholders, and it must have taken me, yeah, like 9 or 10 hours straight of grind time to get it. And it's one thing if you're in a spot for 9 or 10 hours and you're just sitting there waiting for a placeholder to spawn, and you'll kill it and you'll just go back to sitting there. But like running all over the zone trying to get this placeholder like to spawn unnamed was one of the more annoying experiences I've had with EverQuest recently. I say recently, but it was literally like 2 years ago. Because my mission on my rogue is to get as many of the illusions as possible. And I think I've got all the old school illusions. The only one that I'm missing, like I'm missing some illusions that you can buy these days that are like prize illusions. I've got a whole bunch of those, and I'm missing a few of those, but like as far as the old school masks, I've got all of them now, I think. I'm pretty sure I've got all of them now. I probably should have bought some invisibility potions. Otherwise, we're going to be fighting literally everything on the way down there. But that's fine. I'm tempted just to run through and feign death. We might be doing that. Matter of fact, let's do that. Our poor pet is probably going to end up dying, but that's okay. Oh god, the swim speed. And I hope we don't drown. Y'all get to watch my swim speed creep and crawl. I will always remember this run. I don't care how old I get or how long I step away from EverQuest. I'm always going to remember these waterways, these waterway crawls from basically from the start, from the entrance here down to Trakanon. Open sesame. Did the king spawn? Nope, he did not. Oh, now we're fizzling. Oh, this is bad. You guys, don't forget that if you're planning on trying to sprint through and use your character's ability for feign death to work on the spell skill required for it. Unfortunately, that took like a couple dozen fizzles before I was able to feign death away. My pet's still holding his own. That's surprising. That's one badass level 41 pet. He's still over here beating him up. Okay, let's just kill these guys. Kill the priest. All right. Let's get our butts down here. And there's no Spore King, so... Oh, I forgot these guys summon too. We're right here, so whatever. I've got Harm Touch up and Leech Touch. Both those are going to be pretty well needed for Trakanon. Ah, yes, let's pull the entire zone. Let's pull it all. Let's go. Oh, here comes the train. Let's let our damage shield do its thing. Always one from behind. Looks like my pet's actually about to bite it as well. Yep, bye-bye pet. We'll just have to summon another one. The good news is there's not going to be too much between us and Trakanon after this. Let's pop out of that skeleton form. I'm getting already annoyed with the skeleton laugh. Let's see. You guys get to watch me fizzle for a few seconds. Let's see here. Alright, so as soon as we come up around this corner, Trakanon is pretty much going to be booking it for us, so... So let's just run for it. Here we go. Oh my god. Okay, well, I harm touched him, and it was a unresistible critical harm touch for 23,000 damage. Nice. Well, I thought it was going to be... I really expected more kickback than that. But, at least I got it on a recording. We got the... Oh, we got a ShadowKnight chess piece, which is perfect for me. Shaman chess piece. And the Undead Dragon Sinew. Well... sorry, that was a bit anticlimactic. I really thought it was going to be more than that. I didn't know that harm touch could be a critical hit. That's that big. let's see here, we hit him. It says, you hit Trakanon for 22,428 points of unresistible damage by Harm Touch. Critical. Because earlier, Harm Touch hit for like 15,000 max, so that's only like half his health or so. It's good to know. And we got a Staff of Battle. Cool. Well, that is pretty much all the dragons from Kunark and Classic. We hit Nagafin, Vox, then we hit Severus, Gornair, Talendor, Trakanon. We even hit Venerable Saphir as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. Got a whole bunch of Rune Bolster belts. Got some good twink stuff. But anyways, guys, I know it's a shorter stream today. It was an unexpected stream day just because I had a doctor's appointment. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. Thanks for the follows. And thanks again, Riker, for the sub earlier. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll probably be streaming a little bit later tonight as well because we've got some unexpected time on our hands. So again, thanks for everybody for stopping by. I'll end up uploading this video to my YouTube channel as well. Thanks again, Riker. I appreciate it. But we're going to upload this video to our YouTube channel as well. You guys can still find me on YouTube. It's Variety Void. I've got probably 250 some odd videos on there if you're looking for EverQuest content. But otherwise, we'll be back on tonight. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.